A story of Saul, Saul's failure. A good opportunity came to Saul, who had been failing to satisfy God. God told to Saul through Samuel, "I will punish the Amalekites for what they did to Israel as they came up from Egypt. Now go attack the Amalekites and totally destroy all that belongs to them. Put to death men and women, children and infants, and livestock as well." They gathered. It was more than 210,000 soldiers, because Israelites' hatred against the Amalekites since the time of Exodus had been flaring up. Saul and his army defeated the Amalekites from the land of Israel to the entrance to Egypt. The victory was due to God's commandment and help, not to the size of the army. Saul wanted to show up his own competence as the king and military leader, since it was Jonathan that had brought big victory against the Philistine. Saul abandoned the commandment to destroy them totally. He spared Agag, king of Amalek, to show off. "Wow, look, I took the enemy king prisoner." People acclaimed. Saul also spared the best of the livestock, contrary to God's commandment. "Look, I'm distributing all these good gifts to the people." Saul was so thirsty for the people's applause. Saul was not satisfied with this. He set up a monument in his own honor, and with this he stole the glory of God. He did not go to Gilgal when Samuel told him to go there, but this time he went there intoxicated with his victory. God regretted that he had made Saul king because of his disobedience. Samuel cried out to the Lord all that night, wishing him to return from his sin. Samuel went to meet Saul and said, "What then is this bleating of sheep in my ears? What is this lowing of cattle that I hear?" Saul answered, "I spare the best of the sheep and cattle to sacrifice to the Lord your God." Samuel said, "Does the Lord delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as much as in obeying the Lord? To obey is better than sacrifice. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has rejected you as king." Then Saul woke up and said to Samuel, "I was afraid of the men, and so I gave in to them." Afraid of the men, not God. Saul paid more attention to the people's acclaim than the voice of God. Since this day, Samuel did not go to see Saul again. God speaks today, and we also need to choose between hearing the voice of God in faith or not, like in the era of Saul.